Alright, so it's Monday. It's about 9:30. It's the 18th of December. Cloudy and overcast, shitty looking today. So, as with the last couple of recordings, it's been a while. So we're more than halfway through December, and it's going in the other direction here. This jackass is going to keep on driving like nothing. Fucking schmuck. It's been a while. I would say, and I've lost complete track of time. I'd say since we went to Orlando for the NARPM conference, I've only recorded a few times. Again, when I don't sit and go through this process every day or every other day, everything just kind of runs together. So the last two recordings that I did make are still on the camera. I haven't even uploaded them yet, and the last, I don't know, several that I did upload, I did not upload to YouTube. It just has not been something that I've had a lot of focus on, and it's just, I've been engaged in other things. And I think I talked about that the last time I recorded, and I know that was at least a couple weeks ago. I would have to go back and look at the dates just to even know how many weeks ago that was. But I know I talked about then that I've been living my life. I've just been engaged in my day-to-day activities, and months to a year that I'm really benefiting from right now. So I'm not sure what is going on here. It looks like they're redoing this whole section of highway. I have not been out this way for quite some time, but this property I'm going to today is a little bit farther east than I would normally than any of my other properties. And I've never taken this route to come out here, and now being out here and seeing that it's all under construction, I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to get to where I was planning on going the way that I was planning on doing it. This might be it coming out here. So, and that's symbolic of life right there. That whole, what I just said. You have an idea of where you want to go, you have an idea of the path that you're going to take, you look at the map and you say, all right, well, I'm going to go this route and this should take me there, and I have a desired destination and a plotted out course, but that course may not work out to get you where you wanted to go, and you may have to make some adjustments, and that's again, that's how I've been living my life for quite some time now, and it's working for me. So I'm excited about this new book that I have submitted this chapter for with Joe Vitale. Sent in sure of where I'm at and where I'm going. I'm just trying to follow the obvious direction of the road and the signs that are around it and get to where I'm going. And again, very symbolic of how we live our lives. So if I remember the map correctly, there should be a subdivision coming up here left-hand side. That is the neighborhood that I am looking for. There it is. It doesn't help anything that it's cloudy and drizzling and visibility is low, and trying to navigate uncharted territory and not have the best visibility. But we're here. So getting back to some of that I was talking about, and I don't actually even remember what I left off with. So let me get to the house here. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about as I got myself distracted by trying to find my way, but a lot of exciting things on the horizon here, a lot of possibilities and potential, and I really feel like this Joe Vitale book, this being published, is going to open some doors for me that are going to lead to some great things. It's going to help me get to the life that I have been trying to build, to create. And these videos, this blogs that I've been doing are a big part of it. The potential exposure from Joe's book, plus my book hopefully being done by spring and getting published, are two huge steps. And I feel very comfortable and confident about where it is that I want to go, what my goals are, and I may not necessarily be seeing the path right now to get there, but I'm seeing that there is a path. I'm seeing that there's a lot of viable options. Just like before I left the office, I brought up the map because I had no idea where this house was at. And I looked at it, I'm like, all right, well, I recognize that side of town. I've been over by there, and I have a good idea of how to get there, and I see that there's probably 3 or 4 different ways that I can get here, and this looks like it's probably the most efficient route. And I made a choice, and I got in the car and I started it, and I started driving. And again, I ran into some road construction, and it looked like some things were closed down, and that path may not work. I started to have doubt that path was not going to get me to where I needed to go. But here I am. I'm sitting here in front of my desired destination, and this path that I've been talking about of my life is no different than that. I have an idea in my mind. I have a destination, what I want to become, where I want to be as a person, as a contributor, and as a guide. And I have an idea of the path that can get me there. And there's been several, and we looked at starting a business. We spent quite a bit of time and unfortunately quite a bit of money pursuing that path that really didn't get us to where I thought it would, and we changed course, and now we're looking at this path of travel. Like I said, this book with Joe, my chapter's done. It's been submitted. It's been edited. They have it. The next step was a 500-word bio that I procrastinated on and kind of blew off until about 2 weeks ago. Not quite 2 weeks ago, but the week before last, they asked, hey, we need this, and I was like, yeah, I forgot, sorry. And it ended up being a little bit more difficult to write than I thought. It took me several days. And it shouldn't have taken me several days to write something that I feel so comfortable and confident about myself, or who I am, what I'm doing. It was the idea of creating this presentation, that this bio was basically a commercial for myself, and how do I best describe myself to try and draw more people in so that I can have more of an impact. And I had trouble with that. It was definitely harder than I thought it was going to be, but I got it done. I got it processed. It was maximum 500 words, could have been anywhere from 5 to 500. I came in at 499, and that was after several days writing, rewriting, changing, editing, and but I was very happy with the way it came out. But I'm also brought a lot of attention to things I'm doing. My book, which I put down in there, please look for my book. Should be coming out in 2018. Now I feel like I've given myself a deadline that I have to meet, and deadlines sometimes bother me. I don't like having, I feel like it's a constriction that I have to operate within these certain parameters, but it's there. And I promoted the Sage Gourmand website along with the YouTube channel, so nearly 300 videos out there, and I've done nothing to draw any attention to them. And as much as I would like to have some attention and recognition for the work I'm trying to do and what I've completed already, it was a little bit scary to hit send on that, because once that gets published, that means it's going to draw attention to it. Now, I don't know how much attention is going to be drawn to that, but as I wrote in the bio, this is me stepping into the spotlight, and I've been kind of tiptoeing around it for years now, and honestly a little afraid of the attention. So it's easy to sit and do this on a daily basis when you don't have to worry about being misinterpreted, misunderstood by ignorant individuals, and unfortunately that's the environment right now that we seem to be existing in, is rampant ignorance, just people that don't understand anything. And that's part of what drives me, is the desire to educate, to bring to light, to show a way that is beneficial to all, and that's also going to be subject to criticism. And just with my my anger issues and my propensity for violence, I see that as being a mix that could possibly get me into trouble. But who knows? That's what I've been working on all these years now in property management, was being able to keep a level head during conflict, and have disagreements that don't necessarily have to reach a physical outcome, which sometimes I desire and sometimes I don't. But either way, the book is a very positive step in my life, and it's basically set. It's a go. Now it's just a matter of their timeline. I had my headshot taken last week and submitted that. It was the last thing that I needed to provide. So everything from my end is done, unless they come across something and say, hey, you know what, maybe you want to rewrite this, or maybe you want to redo this, or maybe we should do this different. And that's a possibility. But for all intents and purposes right now, my portion is done. It's just a matter of them putting it together in the book format, and printing, publishing, and distributing. And that's what I paid them $6,000 for, to do that part. And it was right now, I feel money very well spent. I have no regrets for that, and I'm looking forward to to finishing my book and getting it published. Again, I've had a lot of issues with writer's block and feeling disconnected from the information, and some lack of motivation over the last year and a half. Definitely has taken me longer than I really thought that it would, but I'm still making progress on it, and the fact that I still have contact with Patrick, my writing and speaking coach, every 2 weeks, it keeps me in line, because I could have very easily at any time over the last year and a half hit one of those slumps and never picked it back up. And he holds me accountable to my own desires. He reminds me of what my goals are and what my desires are, and again, kind of holds me accountable, which is sometimes necessary. So that's good. And just the things that have been happening, I find that my ability to control, manipulate some of the smaller things in life has become easier. It's almost habit now, it takes very little thought or focus for me to draw things into my life that I want or desire. And I've talked about this before, winning prizes, because it's just one of those things that, I've spent my entire life being like, I never win anything, and I never did. And then once I got here and felt like I had made some changes, I was like, you know what, I deserve to win, and maybe I can win, and I did. I started, winning drawings, winning contests, and things started coming to me just by changing my outlook on that. And now I don't even really have to really put much focus into it, and I'm still having that outcome, which I really, really like. I mentioned at one point about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when I had been winning things on a regular basis, that I gave it a test. The more things you enter, the better your chances are, and that makes it easier to expect to win something when they're giving out 25 prizes and there's only 30 people in the room. Chances are you're going to win something. It's easy to have that mindset. I'm probably going to win something. It's maintaining that mindset and that belief that you are gonna get something out of it. Something good is going to come to you, and the numbers have shifted. It's different. It's different. It's harder to hold that mindset when the averages are against you. So I gave a test once. I said, all right, well, there's all these things that I could enter into. I'm entering one, and I'm still going to win. And I did. And at that point, I felt like there was really no reason to even continue that. But on occasion, I would enter some of these giveaways at the meetings we go to every month or whatever. And even on days where I didn't enter, I would win things. I just expected to win. I walked in the door expecting to win something, even though I wasn't entering into something that I believed that I was entering in. I would still manage to win something. And in the last month, I've had things that I didn't even expect to win. I just walked in and be like, you know what, I win all the time. I don't necessarily need to win. There's people out there that maybe need that. They need that positive small event in their life to help them get through a situation or continue to evolve and build a better life for themselves. And I still win because somebody else Rhonda namely will be put my name in for something and be like, oh well, I'm just going to throw yours in the mix too. I'm like, all right, well great, I don't really need to win, but that's fine, that's great, and then I win something anyway. So it's just a reminder to me that it's that expectation, it's the belief that that's the way my life is, that things come to me, and it makes it easier when you take those small steps and you see those things start to manifest in your life. It's just a shift of perception and perspective to add it to a larger scale, and that's where I'm at now. I expect to move forward. I expect to reach my goals and achieve my dreams, and it's coming. I mean, it's there. I can see it. I can feel it, and I really haven't taken the time to stop and talk about it because I've been so engaged in just living it, and it's been fantastic, and I only expect that it's going to get better. So that's it. It's my update.